Hey, good morning, everyone. John Edelson coming to you live from my garage in Laguna Niguel, California. Today we're going to talk about emotional intelligence. This is episode 107. Been doing this for a while now. Tuesday, February 26th. I want to give you a quick CBD oil update. I've been on it for 2 months now, just about 2 months. And like I said, my inflammation's gone down. I feel great. I haven't had any battles with gout. And I have been sleeping better, less anxiety. So it's really helped me quite a bit. So I want to give an update where I'm at on the CBD oil because I haven't talked about it in a while, but it's helped me huge amounts. Okay, anyway, so let's talk about emotional intelligence. Most of you know, good morning, Steve Peterson. Most of you know that I was raised mostly by my dad. My parents were divorced when I was young, and they were both parents when they were 18 years old. So at that point in my dad's life, there's really no manual on how to raise a kid and how to teach them to be emotionally vulnerable and how to do stuff. My dad is a wrestling coach and a junior high football coach, high school wrestling coach in Iowa. So he kind of raised me like he coached. There's not really any emotions involved. It's more get down to business, get to work. A very wise man once said, I think it was Tom Hanks, there's no crying in baseball. There's obviously no crying in wrestling either. You know, so you kind of grow up. I heard a lot of this, stop crying, tough it out. I'll give you something to cry about, you know, that kind of thing. And, you know, in that day and time, that wasn't just me. It was kind of a Midwest thing. It's kind of how people were raised, that if you showed emotions, it was a sign of weakness. You know, you're not in control of yourself if you're emotional. So that's kind of how we were raised in our generation. And, you know, I think more on me than most people. And we really focused on our IQ, our intelligent quotients. So instead of focusing on emotions, we focus on intelligence, math, science, reading, writing, having a high IQ to get into good college, have a great career, and progress in our career through intelligence. Well, we all know someone who's super smart, really great at math and science, and they're kind of socially inept. They can't communicate. They're emotionally weak. You know, it's just a really hard situation to be in. And in our new economy, the things have kind of turned now. Intelligence is not as important EQ as emotional Q as EQ. So IQ is not quite as important now as it used to be. I think EQ is more important. In the new economy, it's based on social proof, authenticity, transparent communication, being emotionally vulnerable, showing people yourselves. So people with a high IQ don't have the advantage they used to have. Now people with a high EQ have more of an advantage. A study says that 1/3 of our success now is based on our intelligence, is our IQ, and 2/3 is now based on our EQ, how we handle our emotions. So I just want to give you some idea and how this works. So I would recommend your homework is do a 360 review of yourself and your EQ. How do you think you approach people? How do you come across? Do you come across as listening and emotional and vulnerable, and people can talk to you and go back and forth? Or are you kind of unapproachable? You know, evaluate yourself, ask others, say, hey, how do I come across to you? They may say, you know, you're a real asshole, dude. Jeez, well, tell me more about that, because I don't try to be. I want to know why I'm perceived that way. You know, and it may hurt. It's like ripping the Band-Aid off. You gotta have a little pain instead of a prolonged pain. So if you find out how you're actually acting towards people, your emotional EQ. So work on that, figure out how you can improve that, and work on it all week. So that's my advice for today, your emotional intelligence. Go out and do a 360 review of it and figure out how you can improve it. So, hey, if you think someone might need to hear this video or any videos I put on there, feel free to tag them, share it, like the video, and look deep into your emotional Q. So have an amazing Tuesday, and remember, you are loved because I love you. I'll talk to you tomorrow morning at 5:30.